This is WIKISPEED stand-up, May 22nd, 2022. And go ahead, Michael.
It is Michael Wolchuk, Saskatoon, Canada. Unfortunately, my progress for this week is not very much progress. Nothing on the book edit, on Sound Founder, or the tank level project, although I did bring the tank level project to the lake with me. And I will put it in and see if I can do a demo video, but that's for next week, because I didn't get it done this week. I did, on an unrelated note, replace my my Starlink dish, because it had a problem with the cable, and instead of sending a new cable, they had to send in a whole new dish. Anyway, I finally got it done because I had to set up scaffold and stuff like that to get up on the roof.
Sorry, what on what got replaced?
The end of the cable, the Cat 5 cable for the Starlink, got damaged when I was getting it installed, and I didn't notice it. So when I reported a problem, they asked me to take pictures of everything, so I did. And even then I didn't notice it. They noticed it in the pictures and said, "Oh yeah, well, since it's permanently connected to the dish, we have to send you a whole new kit." And you can't just replace even the dish, because the router is paired with the dish. So you end up having to change everything. So I did, and I wanted to make sure everything was going right before I put it onto the roof. So that took me an extra weekend, because it seems that nothing really works well on the Starlink until after it's had like 12 hours to download all its updates and stuff. So there's parts of the app that don't really seem to work unless they've been on for a while. So anyway, I did get that done, which doesn't have anything to do with WIKISPEED, but it was kind of a block for me getting other stuff done. And blocks, I guess that would be a block, but I've cleared it up. I guess back to you, Lauren.
Yeah. Okay. So Lauren Salter, Gabriel Island, British Columbia, Canada. And this week, I didn't do a lot, but I did get something done, which is consult with the hardware guy at the really good hardware store and lumberyard I live near, and so I'm in crosstalk. I'm going to show you I got a electrical conduit, some bolts. I was thinking I need a washer, so but we can talk about that. And so that, but I had an idea, and I'll talk about for aiming it. And let's see, I did some Python. I kind of reviewed my Python course, and so then that's it for this week. And coming week, I hope to look at the first, sit at the computer the way the guy recommends in the Ross course, and actually do the exercises. Or actually, I guess I need to figure out if what version of Linux I need, some various other things, and get a hold of the Ross. And set up the decide. I have to decide if I'm going to leave it on the breadboard, or in terms of the tank level, or solder the one that I have. I haven't ordered the other ones yet, so ordering the other ones is another easy thing to do this week. And blocks are not too much. Not too much. I got a lot of things straightened out, so I've removed more blocks than I am anticipating. So that's it for me.
Okay. My opinion is leave the one that you've got working on the breadboard, and solder when new parts come in. It's tough to give up a working version, and if you're building more of them, even more so, you leave the one that's working, and then you mess with the new one. That's my opinion
Yeah,
anyway.
good idea.
For retro, I'm going to give myself a 2 out of 10 because I showed up to the meeting, and probably 6 out of 10 for the team because it's back to us again. And process improvement, I do not have one. Back to you.
Okay, so mine is I'm going to give myself a 4 and the team an 8 because it's the first good weather long weekend in Canada in, in months and months and months. So it's hard to expect people to come. And process improvement, likewise, I don't have one. I want to get to crosstalk. I'm okay with leaving the recording on. So
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to actually get the part. So I'll be back in a second.
Sure.
Because I told him, and I sent in the email kind of the details, but I'll repeat them for
Yeah, I'm just going to go and look at the email, and I'll just read it in. Okay, feeling nobody's going to be a stand-up. Just got some hardware for the tank level with the help of Gord, Top Gun at a local hardware contractor's lumberyard and hardware store. Asked him if there was a way to aim the conduit box, and he suggested that what I'd been thinking of, 2 nuts on each of the 4 bolts going through the cistern lid, like lock nuts. Can't wait to try it and tweak it. Pictures and details later. So,
I think it's too short. I told him 5 inches, and he gave me a 4-inch one, so it's too short. Unless I would cut the board, that would be useless. Yeah, so it's too small. I need the next one up. But
okay.
I can ask if this is the appropriate one. I mean, it's exposed on the bottom.
Okay.
Uh,
So that one is similar. I had an octagon box, and actually, do I have that in here? Give me a second. No, I have the next one here. I might as well show you. With the caveat that this is not on a breadboard, so I don't have the restrictions that you have. So this is the
yeah, for a soldered one, this size would be probably good.
so this is the kind I used. So there's a connection on each end and a connection at the bottom here.
Right.
Then,
yeah, I remember that.
But that's not big enough
so it's
to
like
put
a
your
three-way.
breadboard in. Yeah, it's like a 3-way.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
I think they actually call it an LB or a T. So that's where the sonar sensor is going to be mounted, and I'm just going to set this on top of the tank in a lid that I'm fabricating. So the existing lid of the septic tank is like a 5-inch circle, and it's made out of concrete. So I'm going to pour because it needs to sit on there in the wind and stuff. So I'm going to make another one that fits into the same hole, but I'm not going to destroy the one I've got.
Yeah. So anyway, so I have a screw off large, maybe big, a screw off, and it's quite wide, maybe
like 8 or 10 inches, kind of.
8 or 10 inches wide, yeah, and you kind of screw it off.
I think it's called the vent, right?
I don't know. I don't know the technical parts of it, but
Well, the reason is when the water is coming out of the bottom, it doesn't suck the sides of the tank in, right?
there's an overflow. Is that what you're talking
Oh,
about?
okay.
Oh no,
No.
I'm not aware that there's any vent on it, but
Oh,
wait a minute.
okay.
Because it's made to have a downspout going into it as well as a pump
okay.
going into it. So there's a big hole
Okay.
in it. But yeah, the hole is small, the size of a 4-inch pipe or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I was going to go to the side of the hole. It's and I have to see the sizing of that, but it's some kind of composite made. It's like a plastic, and so I was thinking his suggestion was to drill 4 holes and
Okay. And use the bolts
through, and then it said 2 nuts could allow you to aim it. So there's 1 nut to hold the top and 1 nut to go through to go below. 1 nut above and 1 nut below. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yep.
And he said to and it'd be like this. But you think I should get a bigger one like you've got?
Well, it depends. Like this one is not too big. This guy is like 4 inches long and 1.25 inches wide, maybe. So that's okay for the ones you're soldering together, but that's not big enough for your breadboard. Right.
Right. And then and then
no,
what's the other? Where's it going? Where's that thing going? I think I'm going to stop it's getting too technical, so I'm going to stop the recording.
Okay.
Because I want to ask some more questions, but they're pretty detailed, specific.
Sure.
So we'll stop the recording.